Hi, this is Phil from SkiTalk.com, and let's talk about the Atomic Maverick collection and Maven collection for this coming season. Atomic, in designing these skis, said they're designed in the US, built in Austria, and designed to be skied all over the world. Sounds kind of cliche, but if you think about a brand like Atomic, who's very Austrian in their feeling and their mentality, to loosen the reins and decide that, boy, we've got some people in the US that are really good at skiing and really good, have input in ski design. Let's get their opinion on these skis and let's get them designed into it. Is that the doorbell? I said, is that the doorbell?
Hey.
Hey.
I'm here. What's up, Phil?
How you doing, Daron?
Doing great, dude.
Sounds great. We've got Daron Rahlves here. I don't think there's anybody
nice
here.
I like it.
Thanks. I'm not sure there's anybody here that could really talk about these skis better than Daron. So Daron, let's talk about what Atomic did to do this collection of skis.
Hey, Phil. Well, yeah. I mean, it's been great being involved with Atomic on the R&D side. I mean, through bindings, boots, and skis, and their mission was to have a line of skis that would accommodate a lot of the North American style skiing, right? In Austria, they feel like they know it all and they're gonna like build a ski, everybody's gonna love it.
Yep.
But they're like really more of like an on-piece kind of like skiing, I guess, style and crowd.
Yep.
And for us, we love to ski the whole mountain.
Yeah.
So a few years ago, we were working on some prototypes. And I was involved in some skiing up in Palisades with shop guys and some just local shredders and some other ones, that are associated with Atomic.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just trying to get like a unbiased, feedback. And it was incredible. We had a lineup of all these different skis, and it was just filtering through there and not trying to say too much on the chairlift and do your final kind of like just report at the end of the day. And then after we kind of wrote it all down, we started talking together. And it was pretty amazing that we were all pretty much on the same page.
Well, I know we've skied off and on together for more than a decade since I moved out here, and obviously 3 years through Atomic. Skiing with you when you started skiing these skis, this is the first time I remember you getting really excited about a new ski from them.
Oh yeah, it's just to me it's about feeling. Like, I was a ski racer. Yes, you analyze a lot of stuff, but it came down to feel.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's like what it's all about. Like, I want to feel good on the mountain. That's why I like to ski. But that enables you to be performing better, skiing easier, and you want to ski. It's forgiving. It just feels really good. Like you're connected to the snow and the terrain. So that's what we're shooting for. And there were some skis that were like, nope, this is not it. And then there was a few kind of ones that popped out.
Yeah. What I'm really surprised with these skis, it's a really departure from the Redster collection and the skis that you're used to skiing on when you're competing. It's a much lighter ski, much different feel on the ski, yet it still has that strength. How'd you guys achieve that?
Well, it was through construction and everything. Like you said, like I prefer a heavier, more damp ski. And the Vantage ski is what I was on before this, the Vantage series. And they really beefed things up quite a bit with that ski.
Yep.
I was on that 107, and it was like I just need something like, even for me, I want to take it back a little bit, make it a little lighter, a little more forgiving, a little more loose in the tail, and those are kind of things that we've really worked on. And yeah, this is my go-to ski, the Maverick 100 Ti, and I use it for ski touring, on the groomer, powder skiing, in the Red Bull Raid event I did. And it's a do-it-all ski. And then on really hard pack days, I'm going with this
the 88.
This 88. And this, to me, like, you can see the difference in the sidewalls.
Yep.
It's more of a constructed like more of a race ski.
Yeah.
And I really love the feel of this, and skiing all over Palisades, down Mammoth, Spring, Chalk, everything. I found that it's like a way to, you tune it the right way. This thing can work in all kind of conditions as well.
Yeah. One of the things I really like Atomic and their design of skis is they do a lot of scaling of sizes. So no matter what the size skier is, that they get that same experience in that length of a ski. We also have different shapes and rockers here, where we've got anything in this collection that is sub 90, we've got about 15% in our tip rise, 70% underfoot, and only 10% rise in the tail. As we get into the mid 90s with like the women's 93 and the men's 95, it jumps up a little bit to about 20 degrees in the tip, 70 underfoot, and 10 in the tail. And then as far as when we get to your 100 there, we even have more rise at about 25% in that tip.
Yep. Yes, here, hold that one up, and then we'll hold the 100 just to give like the little, but I mean, I'm either like this 88 or 100. The 95 to me is just something like right in between. If you want to have one ski, it kind of does it all. But like I enjoy having a little more width, and I have been skiing on this in like knee-deep powder, and not complaining. and with that too, it's just like if it's really hard packed and fast, a fast day on the mountain, I'm really enjoying that. But I like that, like just the more damp kind of feel of this 88 when speeds are getting a little faster and it's hard snow. Yeah,
and again, getting back to what I mentioned earlier, for this ski being as light as it is extremely quiet. A lot more quiet than you would expect this ski to be. And I think they did a really good job with that. The other nice thing with the Atomics and what they've done is their commitment to finish. I mean, looking at the base on this ski here, you can see just a beautiful structure on here on the base. So out of the box, these come very nice.
Yeah, just even like in the sun. Yeah, I love seeing that. Just take it like a metallic finish a little bit, a little golden there, and it really flashes well. And I mean, I don't know, it kind of brings you back to a little more nature, and that's kind of what we're trying to do is experience, the best, feel good experience we can in the mountains. And I do spend a lot of time at the resort, but I'm out in the backcountry a ton as well. And I have like the Shift MNC 13 on this ski. And then I just have like the regular Strive, like all on piste setup for that ski. But it's just the versatility of that Shift to me has been phenomenal. And it's just get that toe piece, it locks you in. And then gives you the ability to go outside country or go ski tour and have that like one ski kind of quiver killer.
Yeah, and that new Strive, they did a really good job with that and lowering that center of gravity. That binding skis really well and it steers really well. It makes that tip a little more reactive. I think they did a really good job with that binding too. So we've done some conversations on that. Watch those videos. So that I think is really good. But this combination, and I think we're hitting on some of the technology, that's all well and good. But it really comes down to how that ski feels on snow. Yeah. And a lot of things that you pointed out, which I think really differentiate this collection from some of the other ones.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just like bottom line, if you feel good in the mountain, you're having a good day, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And you want to have something that's just like, to me, it's a do-it-all, and like I do a few things to the way I tune the ski to give myself a little more like better feel. Like I'll bring it. You got a little dust on this one. I'll bring the I'll throw it back to it right here. Just a little more even on the contact edge. So it's like dull to about right here. So you have this nice loose feeling in the back. But like when you're on edge, it still holds really well. So I mean, race skis, you're sharpening it to the tail. Yeah. You want as much like grip as possible. But with this, like I love, like rail turn coming in like on a clean edge, and then if I need to, skiing west face or something tight and technical, alternate shoots, I want to be able to come down and just like break that tail loose. Yeah. And so that helps the way you tune it as well.
Yeah. So, well, now I'd like to actually transfer over to Trish and let you and Trish talk about the women's Maven.
The Mavens, yeah.
Daron, I've been skiing on the Maven 93C for 2 seasons now. They've made some changes this past year, mostly in the top sheets. They brought a little bit more pop, a little bit more color, vibrancy to it. And I think that is just a little bit more appealing to your average consumer. But they still have the Horizon Tech, which I feel is probably one of the bigger reasons why I like how this tip engages. So what is your thought on the Horizon Tech?
Horizon Tech, it's just, I mean, it allows, especially when you get in some like off-piste snow, a little deeper than just a hard groomer, but it just allows that ski to be a little more free and not kind of grabbing as much, like it's trying to like, bring out the feeling of just, I guess, like just control and stability instead of something that's a little nervous.
That's kind of what I was what I was getting out of it is it made it surfy.
Yep.
And to look at the tip on this particular profile, it doesn't look like it would be that surfy of a ski, but that little bit of difference in the tip made all the difference in the world.
Sure, and that technology was really like driven by the Bent Chetler series, right? Like Chris is trying to look for a ski that was really surfy, like you're saying, with a tip and tail. And there's really, like, for these skis, all mountain skis, which are supposed to perform on groomers as well, they don't implement it in the tail. So you have a strong tail still, but the tip, when you start kind of going through the trees or some deeper snow, it just gives that more loose, kind of nice feel.
And like you were talking with Phil about the 88 underfoot, this is the 86. It's going to be a daily driver for a lot of women skiers who are starting to venture off piste and whatnot. I prefer the 93 a little bit more for a lot of the skiing I do.
Yep.
But for sure, this is a great ski for a woman who's coming off of a carving groomer ski and saying, let's make this transition. And they've got the carbon version and the non-carbon version, both available for women, same dimensions.
Yeah, carbon here, non-carbon there. And it's nice and, light, like it doesn't wear you out, really heavy ski would, like where you end up fighting it, especially at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
You're more tired. So, but being light and not sacrificing the damp kind of quality, you don't want to ski it's just nervous and bouncing around, and we really tried to work that into the ski construction. And I think they did a great job, especially, I haven't skied the Mavens, but hopefully not too far off from the Maverick ski, the line, and that's why I feel that ski is just smooth and just, so I get away with almost anything I want to and on that 100.
I would dare say that the construction of the ski is what I would call confidence inspiring.
Yeah.
It really is.
That's a good thing. If we want to feel confident out there, then we could push our own limits. That's how you get better, right?
It's not flappable. When you get into trouble, it doesn't get you into trouble.
Yep.
And that's kind of nice. And we have, in fact, our Maven 93 that we have in this collection, we sent to our site editor because she was out here for a bit, skied on it, and she was going to do some writing about it. So we sent it back home with her, and there have been a few times I've kind of missed it.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll get it back.
I'm sure too, yeah. But anyway, when it comes down to it at the end of the day, skiing is fun.
Sure is, yeah. Kind of I've been in that transition away from skiing for a couple weeks from now. I was hiking up and doing some like summer skiing, just trying to stick at my fix. But now it's all about water and dirt, and just it makes it that much more fun when you get back on snow and seeing all the stuff that's happening in South America, and then just seasons are kind of starting to really roll up and shift down there in New Zealand, and I'll be a little jealous. I'd say this next month everybody else is getting some turns in, but we'll be back on it.
We'll be back
soon in Tahoe.
We'll be back. We'll see you in October, right?
You got it, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. If you enjoyed this informative video, hit that bell, subscribe so that you'll stay up to date on the new videos, and check out SkiTalk.com for more ski-related content.
Also, please follow SkiTalk.com on all of your social media channels. No scenes from Hot Tub Time Machine were reenacted during the production of this video.